I hope. I don't know what you're gonna think about it, Rick. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If not, it's cool. I still love you. But
Of course.
you reckon I was under the weather this week. Uh, so I had some time to catch up on a few movies. One of them being I'm late to the game with this, but one of them being your recommendation of Lost Bullet on Netflix. So I watched Lost Bullet, so that way I can go right into the sequel. Yo, you guys have to see, guys. Do you remember when action was real?
There you
You
go.
remember? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Real stunts, right? Real cars,
Real
not
cars
overly done CGI garbage where it looks like a video game.
and
Like
sped up film
real.
and sped up
Right.
film. Yeah.
Yes. Real. Go to Netflix right now. I believe it's French action film,
They're
correct?
French. It's
Yeah.
done by a guy named Albon Lenoir, who's a stuntman. And he said, I'm going to do it. I'm tired of all this nonsense. I'm going to show you how it's done. And
Yeah.
not only the car chase, because it's car chases and it's fights. They
Right.
can really only afford to do two of each in each movie because they're less expensive movies. It's a smaller cast.
Right.
And if you get onto Haya, notice this great new Japanese director who does Baby Assassins and Hydra. He has a new style of knife fighting in those
Yeah.
movies that are worth seeing. Well, this guy, Albon Lenoir, he's also starring in the movie. He's a junkyard dog of an actor. I mean, he's a living junkyard dog. And those fights are not only real, I don't know how they did them,
Yeah.
but they're astonishingly choreographed.
Yeah.
They are so claustrophobic and they're so desperate and they're so tight in and they're so unremitting and they're
Mhm.
so brutal and so literally hard hitting. They
Yeah.
are literally hard hitting.
Yeah.
See, normally I'd be sitting, normally I'd be watching them and sort of go, oh, what a shame that you don't know Kung Fu. What a shame that you're not doing this smartly. Well, let me show you, let me do a little improv of me watching Lost Bullet 1 and 2. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my, oh, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just completely involved. That's how I know it's a good fight scene because when they're fighting, I'm going, oh, 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 oh.
Yeah.
It's rough, rough,
Yeah.
rough.
Oh my God.
And
And
normally I'd be all upset that they have a cliffhanger at the end.
right.
But now I go, no, there's going to be a third one. Great.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
more fights, two more car chases.
Yeah, I can't wait. So that
Oh,
makes perfect sense now.
yeah.
That makes perfect sense now because you guys, because Rick said that the the star of the film is a stunt man. Because remember how I went back and said how the action is real, right? Well, there's a scene in Lost Bullet, the first film, where the lead actor is driving the car and the car is on fire, and you see him in the shot driving the car. It's not CGI, bad CGI fire. The car is on fire. I'm like, and I was like, that's when I was like, dude, is this guy a stuntman? Because that's real, man. Like
Yeah.
that could go wrong. Lost Bullet is phenomenal. It takes you back to a time where action was real. I highly recommend you guys watch it on Netflix.
Yeah. But wait a minute. Name one movie, even back in the day, that was as hard hitting as Lost Bullet 1 and 2. Because I can go back and I can only think of one or two movies. Because
Okay, go
most of
ahead.
those movies were also roundhouse punches and all this stuff like that.
Right.
But things like Darker Than Amber, and I'm trying to think of the other one. But yeah, very few movies as hard hitting as Lost Bullet 1 and 2.
Yeah, and very like desperate because the character is desperate, so it
Yeah.
makes sense he's doing what he's doing.
Like he will not give up. He will,
Yeah, yeah,
I thought
it,
I three times in that first fight inside the car,
yeah,
I'm going, he's done for. He's done for. Just and also he's
yeah,
there. He's like, I don't know what you would call him. He's like a squirrel in an anthill. All the villains are crawling all over
yeah,
him.
yeah,
It's like there's no way he can get out of this. He's
yeah,
a man, and and
yeah,
it's believable. It's
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's phenomenal. So now I'm like I really love Lost Bullet. Now Rick hit me up. He's gonna talk about Lost Bullet 2. I was like, well, I got to keep going, baby.
yeah.
So you guys, Lost Bullet 2. just cranks everything up to 11. This is a nonstop action thrill ride, but you
Well,
still,
it
yeah.
stops. It stops every once in a while.
Compared to the first one, it's
And it's
not. It
also an
feels
hour,
good.
36 minutes. It moves. It's an
Yeah,
hour and
both
36.
films, guys, feel like there's the pacing is great. Like you're like, oh man, the movie's over. This one has a little bit more gunfire, shootouts in this one because you got to bigger, better, and badder. You got to do it for a sequel, but the car sequences are even better. The
That car,
fighting is phenomenal. I mean, you guys got to watch these movies on Netflix.
yeah, that car he has in this one, and what he does to that car. And again, when you bring the camera back to me, I'm going to do an impersonation of, again, just what a wonderful design, which is he's hitting the button, he's hitting the button, he's hitting the button. And it's
Hit the
like,
button.
it's not working. And it's like I'm at home going, oh no, just really amazing stuff.
I have a thumb image here. So here you go, guys. This is not CGI. This is real car, real stunts. Check this out. There you go. Like, if you want to see what is making the car fly up in the air, you got to watch the movie. This is just, oh my God. I had a big smile the whole time. So I am pleased, Rick. You have not stirred me wrong, my friend.
No, I do not steer you wrong. Not in this car. You have to steer really hard in this car.
Neenan brings up the brutal fights in Nobody. I love Nobody. I enjoyed it.
like Nobody.
Yeah.
But I didn't find them brutal because
it
wasn't.
It's different. It's a different kind of brutality. It's not like On Bach or anything like that. It's different. It's kind of like it feels realistic because he's so desperate.
Yeah.
And it's almost sloppy, which makes it kind of realistic feeling.
Yeah. Because,
So,
of course, Bob Odenkirk is a comedian, not a stuntman. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't listen. If
no, I was talking about Lost Bullet. Like it's not like this.
Oh yeah, no.
It's not like that brutal or straightforward.
These guys know how to fight, and they really fight. But they fight.
It's like I got the police stick. I'm gonna take out your kneecap.
Right.
Somebody jumps me over here. Like it's just desperation, but in a great way.
Nobody's really good, but doesn't compare to this movie.
Yeah, it's not fancy. Yeah. It's not fancy, but it's still amazing. Oh, before we move on, I forgot to mention with Lost Bullet 2, when 3 comes out, if 3 is just as good as 1 or 2, this might be my new favorite action movie trilogy. Yeah, I can't wait to say it. I might review both movies separately, but later. But we'll see.
It's good. It's a good trilogy to choose. If that's your favorite, I say more power.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, we have a very generous super chat here from Movie Dojo Army Elite, John Bonney. Oh my goodness, holy shit! Thank you so much, my friend. You are a legend. Thank you for the super chat, the very generous super chat. He says, "Would the fight scenes in The Night Comes for Us compare to the Lost Bullet films?"
Yes, except.
Yeah, it's
except.
Okay.
In other words, there are 2 major fight scenes in Lost Bullet 1 and 2, in each of them. And if they had kept it to 2 fight scenes in The Night Comes for Us, yes. But since they did 140 fight scenes in The Night Comes for Us, after a while, for me, it's just like, again, everybody turns into video gaming characters. I mean, they just keep living when in reality they wouldn't live.
Yeah.
The brutality, and also the Raid 2. But again, the Raid 2 isn't an American film, and neither is The Night Comes for Us.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still different, John.
You know
how much I love The Night Comes for Us. I was losing my mind. You know how much I love that movie. But the fighting it's very different. It's not fancy or stylized.
It's fighting. It's street fighting.
It's not pretty. It looks ugly, which makes it feel a little realistic. But I love both. I love both.
I do too.
Yeah. Thanks again, John. You rock.
They're both great.